This is MMA Oddsbreaker. Moving on to the third fight from today's Oddsbreaker segment, comes to us from Sweden, UFC on Fuel TV 2. It's the headliner between Nogueira and Gustafsson. Now let's move over to Luca Fury first. Luca, I'm going to open up the light heavyweight phenom, Alexander Gustafsson, at minus 265. The comeback on Nogueira is going to be plus 205. Give me your thoughts and give me your bet.
Yeah, I like Gustafsson in the fight here. Yeah, Nogueira is the more battle-tested guy, and he does have the experience, but I think stylistically it's a favorable matchup for Gustafsson here. I think the fight's definitely going to be a striking battle. We saw in Gustafsson's battle with Phil Davis that Phil Davis is one of the best wrestlers in the division, had very, very, very hard time getting Gustafsson to the ground, and at that point in his career, Gustafsson didn't even train wrestling. Now he's been training it ever since then. I think, Nogueira, he does have pretty flimsy takedowns. I don't think he's going to be able to take Gustafsson down. I think we see the battle play out on the feet, where I think Gustafsson's going to be able to use his size, his reach advantage. I think he's going to be able to pick Nogueira apart from the outside. Nogueira, people look at his striking and say it's so good. Well, it is good. It's actually pretty overrated. I mean, people look at the fact that he trained the Cuban boxing team, the fact that he knocked down Shogun in their fight, but his technique is still pretty sloppy. I think that's going to cost him here. I think Gustafsson's going to be able to pick his spots. I think there's going to be openings, and I see Gustafsson picking him apart on the feet.
Okay, so Luca Fury is going to lay the juice, minus 265 on Gustafsson. Now, your remaining bankroll is 1175, so it's going to be 1175 to win 443 on the favorite Gustafsson. Let's head it over to Jeff here. Jeff, what do you think? Nogueira is a veteran. It's going to be the toughest fight by far, I think, in Gustafsson's career. What do you think of this fight?
I agree with Luca in the fact that Rodrigo, he's a little overrated in his boxing. He's coming off a win, a victory over Tito Ortiz. Keep in mind, even though this was several years ago, Rogerio also holds 2 wins over Alistair Overeem. He's faced high-quality opponents for the last 10 years, and granted, there's positive and negatives to that. And the fact he's been fighting for 10 years, he's very aged in the ring. Gustafsson, he's a killer on the feet. He's 10 years younger. He's done nothing but destroy grapplers and high-quality wrestlers. He's a fierce puncher, but he's never seen round number 3, and I think this could be a factor. I like Gustafsson. I love strikers. He's only submitted 3 guys, and those were all by rear naked choke. But Nogueira, he's not going to get knocked out. Nogueira's head's just too big to be knocked out. He's been dropped before. But I like the odds on this. I'm going to play the odds, and I'm an old-school guy, so I'm going to go with Nogueira on this. Very hard to finish.
Okay, good points, Jeff. So Jeff is going to risk 500 to win 1,025 on the underdog at plus 205 on Nogueira. And we're going to see how this battle takes place shortly at UFC on Fuel TV 2, which takes place on April 14th.
Well, that's it for another episode here of MMA Oddsbreakers. You can look for the odds that Nick broke right here on the show to start popping up at the sports books by the end of the week. And we want to send a big special thanks to our guests, Jeff Osborne and Luca Fury. Thanks, guys.
And for all the latest show updates, make sure you check out our Twitter page at MMA Oddsbreaker. For Miguel Iturrate, I'm Nick Kalikas saying until next time, enjoy the fights.